Hey Questers, and welcome to another episode of BMF, the unofficial home for all things Oculus Quest. Huge thanks to the dev for sending me this game to review. Drunkn Barfight is one of those experiences you almost can't believe exists. It essentially puts you in a room and tells you to beat the crap out of everyone using anything you can get your hands on. So how does this barroom brawler play on the Quest, and is it worth grabbing? Let's jack in and find out. Drunkn Barfight is every bit as crazy and unhinged as the title suggests. The goal of the game is to just get into fights and grab anything within arm's reach to bash the NPCs over the head with. Everything from bottles and pool sticks to concrete chunks and bricks. If you can see it, you can probably use it as a weapon. The NPCs are overly cliched characters made with the goal of being both funny and annoying. There are 4 different locations you can go to start brawling, and each location has its own items to be used as weapons. The game starts you off standing on the street corner with the 4 options in front of you to walk into. It also gives you a cell phone, which is how you get to the menu system to change settings, and it even includes an FAQ to answer some of the questions you may have. The 4 locations are a generic downtown bar, a country-themed bar, a fancy rooftop bar, and a back alley. As I said, each location has its own items to be used as weapons. Like in the back alley, there are construction materials and even some firecrackers, while the country bar has cowboy boots. The levels offer enough variety so that it's not the exact same level over and over. Each room allows for 3 NPC characters at any given time, which is considerably less than the PC version. What the game really comes down to is the freedom to do whatever you want without repercussions. Beat someone over the head with a tip jar and then grab them and throw them off of the balcony, or throw a pool ball through a plate glass window and watch it shatter. There is no specific gameplay point to the game, so no story or unlockables to be had, aside from finding some hidden special items in each room. It's pretty much just jump in and brawl for a bit. When it comes to the gameplay mechanics, it can be very satisfying to land a punch or hit someone with a chair, but it's not perfect. The hands seem to be at an odd angle some of the time, and it can be challenging to grab things at times. The only form of locomotion is smooth movement, so if you suffer from motion sickness, that might do you in. Of course, with a large enough guardian, you can just walk around the room, which makes it even more immersive. The physics in the game can be crazy, and the NPC animations can be all over the place as far as how the characters react when you hit them. Character models are basic, with enough variety to keep things interesting. As far as replayability is concerned, it'll come down to how much you enjoy the game itself and experimenting with different items. Once you've played all 4 areas, there isn't much else to do aside from playing them again and using different items, so it'll really depend on if you want to just keep going back to continue to beat on people or not. Graphically speaking, the game is somewhat unpolished. It relies on the crazy antics and gameplay to keep you interested, not the visuals, and the audio is kind of the same way. It's not that they're awful, just that the game is not designed as a visual feast for the eyes. Each level does have a music playing device, whether it's a jukebox or a radio that you could switch songs on or turn the volume up and down, which is a pretty cool mechanic. Drunkn Barfight is really all about brawling, and just basically being that one guy or girl that just wants to start a fight. If you have any kind of moral compass, then it might make you uncomfortable to play, and it's definitely not recommended for kids. But if you want to just beat the living tar out of random NPCs, then this is probably a game you'll enjoy. Drunkn Barfight reminds me a lot of the early 2000s PC game Postal 2, which was a highly controversial game due to its violence and stereotyping, both in its graphical style and its gameplay elements. The game begs you to be a crazy, unhinged individual who's ready to fight at the drop of a hat and has no problem beating everyone up until they crawl away begging you to stop. It's definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but if you're looking to go crazy, let loose, and just bash some people with everyday objects, then Drunkn Barfight is probably the game you've been looking for. If you want to get the most out of your quest and the best bang for your buck, then subscribe to BMF for more quest-related content and hit that bell icon. Plus, if you're looking for more Quest games, you can check out my other reviews here. Thanks so much for watching, and happy questing.